This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our final pre-on-site meeting for the Kubernetes Contributor Summit EU 2023. Yay! As always, we are governed by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which means be excellent human beings to each other. And we will jump right into it. If you have not placed your name in the notes for today as an attendee, please do so. I will paste the link into chat right now. Let's get underway. Whew, it has been a long ride. This is our final meeting. The summit is next week, less than 1 week from today. We will be on site delivering all the amazing content and event that we have built. Today's goal is to make sure that everything that we have done is ready, that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, J's are loopy, whatever else we got. Continue that metaphor at your own leisure. So, first up would be CNCF updates with Brienne. I don't see Brienne here. So let's take a quick pop over to Slack and see if there's any updates.
If I recall, she could not make this time slot.
Yeah, I thought she was actually traveling today.
I thought she was traveling yesterday and we moved today so that we could make the time slot.
Never mind. Who knows? It's time travel, so.
It's true. The big thing from her that I see in the past is that registration closes tomorrow. We sent out a reminder about that yesterday. Might be today.
No, it's time travel. Yesterday, didn't it?
It's time travel.
Yeah.
could be a week ago. You don't know. I think everything is good on that front. Moving along. Back to my sheet because now I have too many things open. Over to content with Jason. What you got for us? Where'd he go? He disappeared. Right when it was his turn.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe he's having Zoom issues. I will tell everyone then. I know that the schedule is finalized. We got everything launched. Everything's in Schedge. We had 3 people unfortunately come back who had sessions accepted and tell us that they were not going to do those sessions. Some visas, some travel problems, and one person whose co-host was not going to be there. So those sessions have come off the calendar, give us another slot for unconference as everything condensed. So now we will have like 5 large blocks, multiple hour blocks for unconference in the afternoon, which should be enough time for at least 10 unconference conversations to happen, which I think is more than we currently have in the unconference issue. I haven't checked today.
I know for last year's, we got a lot of suggestions on site for folks. So I'm hopeful that, even though there weren't a lot on the front side, that we'll be okay.
And we're going to be talking about it during the intro that we do to open up the opening ceremonies. And I assume we'll let voting go probably till about lunchtime is my guess. And then I think we want to try and get the unconference sessions actually into Schedge, as opposed to just leaving it as unconference block. And we'll have to do that during lunch. So be it. Any questions or comments on how the content has fallen out? Okay, moving on. Next up, comms with Chris.
Oh, hi. So as you mentioned, we did send out a notification yesterday that Reg was closing tomorrow. Just making sure what day I'm on. The last thing is the know before you go. which I would like to send out Thursday because I feel like a lot of people have already started traveling or
Mm.
will be kind of distracted on Friday, like myself, who's packing on Friday. So yeah, the know before you go, if everybody could dive into the doc and look at that, I'll drop a link in chat and in the notes, and just make sure if you want something on it, it is there. I can phrase it correctly. If you don't know how to like say it, just tell me and we'll figure it out.
Awesome. So yeah, I agree. Let's try and get that out tomorrow. What else did we have? The short links.
Yes.
A little bit of discussion here.
And I'm cool either way. And Bob, I will happily pull in all the other aliases because they are strewn out everywhere for this PR. So yeah, I think that's a good point in general. But yes, unconf links, what do we want?
I suggested that we should go at a root level and do case.dev/unconf, case.dev/notes. We can update them as need be. That's just a PR. But that makes it easier for the people who are on site. But I also see Bob's point of view where he said maybe we should keep it to case.dev/EU23/notes/unconf, whatever.
To be honest, I am very much against putting anything at the root. It could be prefixed. It doesn't have to be KCS like EU. It could be summit/unconf or summit/whatever. But we tend to be pretty restrictive on anything that's going to be at a root type thing.
Okay. If we do, I don't know how our short links are working. If we do /summit/unconf, how does that work against the fact that we already have a /summit short link?
It doesn't matter.
It should still work.
Okay. So it's not going to try and do a.
We won't get
it's
into a
fine.
redirect
It doesn't
loop if you're
matter.
worried about it. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it should be okay because it's all going to be in the same file now too. You'll be able to see it straight up, right? Like
Awesome. Then I'm fine with doing it /summit/unconf/summit/notes.
perfect. I think that's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that way too, it's like, summit takes you to the
acronym.
current summit.
Yep.
And then
Everything's
summit / yeah. It namespaces everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like that. And then we just only have to update those for each summit.
Yep.
Cool. I'm good. I like it. Any other comments or questions on that? So what do we need for short links so far? We need one for the unconference that'll take us to the GitHub issue.
Mm-hmm.
We need one for the notes that'll take us to the G Drive.
Mm-hmm.
We have the main summit site.
I think
Go
that's
back
pretty
and
much it.
Look at
Can't think of much else.
Look at my slides real quick.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do a short link to the schedule and manage that every year or every time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And we've already, the sketch is already a short link, and I threw a QR code in our slides for that.
Nice. Perfect.
And we got a QR code for the sketch and a QR code for the unconference, which there will be stickers with the unconference QR code scattered around the conference.
Brilliant.
I think that's good then. I like it.
All right.
Okay. Any other questions or communications that we need to do? We got to do a know before you go. And then the only other thing is going to be the follow-up survey at the end, right?
We wanted to do a reminder during the week.
Or for the SIG meet and greet.
For the for the meet and greet. I'll refresh those and get that scheduled. And then do we need to send out a reg update request? Or anything like that? No,
I don't think so.
I feel like that's good. But then the next
We got-
after the meet and
We
greet.
get the know before you go. We'll send that out on Thursday. And the SIG meet and greet reminder, maybe send it out Wednesday at
That's
the
what I'm
beginning
thinking.
of the conference. Well, Kim, do you think the meet and greet reminder would be better on Wednesday or Thursday?
Goodness.
Hmm.
I think most things should go probably like in the afternoon, evening, so people who will read it when they get back to the room or in the morning.
So
It's
Wednesday
more-
afternoon.
Yeah, because then people catch up on email. I feel in the evenings and early mornings.
You're right.
Okay.
I feel like
Chris, is that written or is that a space? I can go ahead and write something up for you real quick.
it's in the doc. I can give you the link.
Okay,
to it.
perfect.
Yeah.
I have your doc open, so,
It's right here.
okay, perfect.
sure that's it.
If you didn't write it, I'll go in and write it for you. I'll
I
try
just
and
need to-
help.
Yeah. No, you're doing good. I think it is updated. to be honest with you.
So in the SIG updates, the Kate's updates that happen, I think on Monday too, the meet and greet is at least going to be referenced in the steering update. So there'll be
Cool.
something on stage in front of people to like, hey, please come by.
Awesome. Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
Moving on. Mars is on vacation, so he is not here to talk to us about Reg. Let's take a look at the sheet, see where we're at. Still says 175. I know we've had at least one or two more since then because I had to prompt at least one of our speakers who had not registered. So other than that, total 175.
Is that a good number, Noah? Is that what you normally get?
It's kind of been all over the place post pandemic.
Okay.
On the lower side, this is more than we expected,
Okay.
but 175 people say yes, you knock off about 25%. Just because,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're happy with it, then perfect. Just didn't know if we can help with, or some personally can help with a push to remind people to register or if it's just too late. So
They got till tomorrow.
Right.
oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Today is not tomorrow yet.
Maybe.
There's my Yogi Bearism of the day.
But depends what time zone are you in.
Caslin.
Anyone here in NZ? In which case it's tomorrow.
Or is it?
Or we're in the past.
Or we're in yesterday.
No
Mm.
existential crises before lunch, please.
Sorry. Okay.
But is it for lunch? Oh,
Technically, it's always before lunch unless it is currently lunch. Okay. Any other questions about Reg? I think we're doing good. We're not, we're not at the levels that we had at San Diego, but we're doing pretty good. Certainly better than we had in LA.
Oh yeah.
Moving on. Celebration with Xander. Xander's not here. Did say something about leaving a message, but I'm pretty sure everything is taken care of for the celebration. Xander already finished the crossword puzzle, so that is already done. The other puzzles I know were in motion, and everything for the site is moving. You have, time slots are booked. The celebration is all of, I think when I put it on Google Maps, it said it was 200 meters away from the event. So, a long walk. We will have at least an hour in between, because right now we're blocking 4:45 for the group photo and the celebration starts at 6, which gives people an hour to decompress, potentially go back to their hotels if they need to, et cetera, et cetera. So I think we're in good shape for the celebration. Next up, the man of the hour, Federico and Ops how we doing, man?
Well, with more stuff done than last time, so I I suppose that's the good point. So I've started to make the staffing calendar and table with the information that I got yesterday. Essentially, maybe it was there before, but yesterday was when I was able to go through the schedules. So I have an initial timetable with primary staffing there, and I'm going through it. I've added the links in the notes. So that's one, and well, the notes directory with a short link is also done. So that's it for me, and it's ongoing work, right? So I'm driving the conversation with the volunteers, and I'm trying to see if this sort of bubble sort kind of thing, who falls where, depending on their availability. I had one doubt, which was I noticed that in the example that you shared with me, Noah, there was a microphone test sign. I couldn't find specific information in the schedule about what sessions are recorded, which are and which aren't. I'm assuming that perhaps they are all are, or maybe not. But I think that's something that I would like to clarify.
Okay, if we go back over to the one that is KCSEU planning doc, in the tab that says agenda, under each room, there is a line for whether or not that room is being recorded.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And
didn't
there's
remember to
also-
check there.
There's also a line for how many microphones are in that particular room. So most of the rooms have microphones. So for example, like the big room, we got several microphones on, and we're probably going to need microphone runners during the steering AMA. So we'll need a couple of people who are just willing to walk up and down aisles with microphones. But for everything else, it's more of a, did the mic work? If it didn't, then the person on ops has to go deal with the AV person.
Okay, so for the steering AMA, more than one person should be scheduled there. So I'll take that into consideration. For the rest, is that the only one, or should I take that into consideration for other sessions as well? There are other sessions in the forum, right? Mission accomplished, code quality, gateway API, etc. So
there's other sessions happening there, but the steering AMA is the only one that's going to need microphones, and ideally everyone should be in the same room. So
okay, perfect.
For all the others, if we're
Understood.
scattered among 4 or 5 different rooms, then you're not going to have enough people. You know, at most you'll have 20, 30 people in a room.
Okay, perfect. So I'll just and that's it. I don't know, comments about the something that I should be covering and I'm not. I'm obviously interested in getting your inputs on the current state of things, so that I still have a couple of days until I arrive on Monday. So I can, that's it. Yeah.
I think you're pretty good as long as you've got everyone on the schedule, in people in the right place, with enough time that people can go around and still attend sessions, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I mean, it's the art of the possible, because with the amount of let me check, 1, 2, 3. I have 7 people there, not counting myself. So it's not like there's a huge amount of leeway, right? When we have 5 sessions in parallel with 7 people, it's pretty close to the bone. But with that, I'm trying to confirm that the balanced approach that I've shared with more or less the same amount of time for each person that is adequate for everyone.
Well, and at least for me and at least one other, we're going to the sessions we asked for, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it works out.
Yeah, I took into consideration the what was shared in terms of preference. So Roger specifically it's like is on the 103, 104 room, so that fits nicely. Others didn't share that information yet, so I'm just waiting for confirmation.
Okay. And like for things like the Young Conference, it's hard to schedule who's going to be in what because you don't even know what the sessions are going to be until the day of.
Right. I'm just assigning one person to a block, trying to minimize changes, like because there are some sessions that are like half an hour, 1 hour, so there's more to lose in changing rooms than anything else. But at least I want to have people assigned to a block.
I like it. I like it. If you got the microphones covered and you got recording is on your radar, the notes doc is on your radar. And actually, you as the floater, if you're the person who's coordinating, that puts you in a good position to occasionally just poke your head into the doc sprint. Just to, hey, do you need anything? Okay, and then back out.
Yeah,
that's all they ever need.
Yeah. No, that's the idea of not assigning myself directly to one of the big blocks. It's to be able to be like a floater.
Perfect. Any questions for Federico? I think you got this, man. Doing a great job.
Thank you.
Do we have any for Brian? I don't know if you all saw the message in the channel. This is stuck in a meeting with the venue still. If you have any questions for me, please let me know.
Well, that'll come up later in the what else is left, but we'll talk about the walkthrough that we're going to do in a little bit. And that's not really a question. It's more of a, not a question, more of a comment. Man, I've turned into that guy. Okay. Anything else for ops? Going once, going twice.
Force be with you.
We're going to crush it. On to the SIG meet and greet. Kim, how we doing? How we doing with SIG representation?
Really well. I reached out to, so Laura had reached out and we got a bunch of people, and then I reached out a second time and have about 4 or 5 more to add. So I think there's really maybe just about 7 or 8 who have not reached out and said they will join. So
Okay.
I guess that's good. I don't know. I've never done this, so, but yeah.
I don't know. Josh, how's that stack up against previous years?
Yeah, so I do need to connect with CNCF because I don't know like what time the room is open, how it all works, do they need it, what do they need to know from us? So, and I think you mentioned CNCF isn't on this call, so it's Brianna that is our, okay, perfect. Then I will reach out to them and just make sure that the logistics are set and we can let people know, the SIG leads know what time to enter, they can come in and get their table set up.
Awesome.
Now I have a question. So Laura and I unfortunately haven't talked at all. Well, except at scale, but that didn't count. We talked about other things. Do we have like people welcoming in the room, kind of say, what are you interested? What are you doing? What areas do you work on so we can direct them to the different tables? Is that something that we've done in the past or something that's planned?
Yeah,
for this?
that is something we've done a lot. Yeah.
Yes, and that's actually in the written guide.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Well, you know what, Josh?
Yeah.
I couldn't find the written guide. So I was like searching all over Slack and I couldn't find it. So do we have those people identified? Who's doing that? Okay, I will recruit some volunteers to help welcome people into the room. Perfect.
Awesome.
And Josh, I will
Um,
find the written guide, or you will just share it with me again, because you're super nice. And then I will look at it. Thank you. Oh, Chris Short, you want to be impromptu?
No, I can't.
welcomer
I'm
again?
flying out Friday
Okay.
morning. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'm
no,
really,
that's typically
yeah.
the role I've played, or I've sat with Josh doing PRs against ContribEx stuff.
Okay, yeah, super.
uh,
Is there
Josh,
anything
how
else
does,
Laura has? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how does the numbers that we have stack up against what we've done in the past? Do we typically get every SIG?
No.
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 No, and we actually couldn't, if if we had volunteers from every SIG, we would need to negotiate a new room with CNCF. Usually we get somewhere in the realm of, 14 to 20 SIGs. The one problem you may be facing, Kim, that I didn't see, and I sent out a couple of reminders about when I noticed people were neglecting this, is we have some new working groups who want to participate. Now, I don't know that anybody ordered pins or anything for them.
Whoops.
I no, we wouldn't have. It's
I
probably
know-
too late for EU, but can follow up for NA.
I know Laura was talking to Brienne about which groups had pins and which groups did not. So if we need to, well, either it happened or it didn't. You're right, it's probably too late. But fingers crossed that those new groups did get pulled in.
Okay, and we had 19 confirmed, and then Josh, I did have another, I think 4 or 5 confirmed. So I will definitely talk with Brianna and make sure we can fit them all in the room.
Yeah. We may have to put some related SIGs at the same table,
Okay,
maybe. I assume we probably have a room full of rounds. It's usually what we end up with.
okay, I will find out.
Okay. And luckily, since it's on Friday, if there's anything we need to deal with, we can deal with it when we get on site. Other than ordering pins, which obviously is not going to happen overnight. Okay. Anything else for the meet and greet?
No, not for me.
Okay. Moving on to our MISC section. Brienne said what time the walkthrough was going to be. There it is. We're going to walk through the celebration space 4:30 to 5 p.m. on Monday, which means we can do a walkthrough of the main space beforehand, and that'll give time for everybody who's flying on Monday to actually be there if we don't have to do the walkthrough of the main space until like 3 o'clock. You are the most important person to be there, Federico, because you need to know what the
Yeah, I
layout.
was going to say, and I'm likely the one that will arrive closer to that because I actually will land at 3:30. So
Okay.
even if I'll try to go directly there.
If you land at 3:30, we will just make sure that we wait for you to do the walkthrough.
Okay, perfect.
Because if
It's,
you're the person who
scheduled at
needs to
3:30.
direct traffic,
Yeah. So it's 4:30, right? Scheduled for 4:30.
that's the walkthrough of the celebration space across the street.
Oh, okay. Okay.
4:30 to 5.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
if you get off, and assuming you have to go through customs and all those other things, you're not gonna get to the facility before 4:30 if you land at 3:30.
I'm coming from the European Union, so it's
Oh, well, that
relatively
makes it a little bit
straightforward,
easier,
but
doesn't it?
yeah, but still, with maybe I should stop by the hotel first to drop luggage and then go there. So let's take that into consideration. But yeah, I will go to the venue as directly as humanly possible. Let's
Okay.
give it like this.
Let's see, what else do we need? On Tuesday morning, we'll have to have some form of staff meeting just to get everybody in the same room. Rah, rah, rah. I think we want to do that probably 8:15, 8:30 a.m., something like that. Shoot for 8:15. Give people a chance to get there at 8, grab some coffee, and be ready to rock and roll. Comments on that? That's usually what we've done, Bob, right?
Yep.
Cool. We will have, let's see, you're printing out, Federico, a bunch of copies of the schedule, right? For people to see where everyone is.
And that was one of the questions I was going to ask. Is there any printing facility there, or should I just come with them?
I don't know. That's a question for Brienne. Ask her in Slack.
I'll check with them. I will.
If we don't have it, then yes, you should bring some. Get yourself a clipboard so you can look official. There will be some secret swag for people. I'm not saying any more. Shh. And what have we missed? Especially this question to our emeritus advisors. What are we missing? What are we forgetting? It's got to be something. Nothing?
You'll remember it when you need to.
That's what I was afraid of. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording now. I think we are ready to rock. I think we have all of our spaces ready. And everybody knows what they're doing and is doing fantastic. They're all doing very well. That's it. I'll see you all in Amsterdam next week.